Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Hot on the heels of the AG's legal opinion upending the Chamorro Land Trust's awarding of leases in the controversial Barrigada Heights area, Senator Frank Agat now on deck with legislation he says will help restore the public's faith in the CLTC. Agat's Bill 284 calling for the CLTC to stop issuing leases until rules and regs can be authored and approved. This moratorium on leases will only be for the time it takes to formulate CLTC rules. The measure also calling for CLTC Administrator Michael Borja to be replaced by a temporary receiver appointed by the governor. The temporary receiver chosen from a pool of retired judges from Guam or the CNMI. The bill also calling for the CLTC rules and regs to include provisions dealing with ethics, standards of conduct, disclosure, and it also includes whistleblower protections. The bill calls for Director Borja's salary to be cut by 25% while rules and regulations are being drafted and approved because theoretically, Agat's office says Borja will not be performing the duties of CLTC administrator while rules and regs are being adopted.
What process is being applied and why is it that applicants are not being entertained sequentially by the date and time that they submitted their applications?
As reported on KUAM News, leases to land management employees and their relatives account for over 25 of the 102 leases awarded at the CLTC's prime Barrigada Heights property. A number of leases awarded at Barrigada Heights involved allowing applicants to switch places in line according to CLTC documents. AG Liz Barrett Anderson on Friday issuing a legal opinion stating any leases that involve the transfer of a lease or application from one living person to another or leases awarded that involve switching places in line, null and void. The opinion also said that all leases should have been approved by the CLTC board, and she declared leases that weren't voidable but not void. The AG's investigation into the CLTC is still ongoing, and presumably the results of that review would determine if there was any criminal wrongdoing involved with the awarding of leases in Barrigada Heights. Land Committee Chair Senator Tom Atta said Agat's bill could, quote, kill the Chamorro Land Trust. Atta adding a moratorium on all CLTC leases would be punishing the many for the CLT sins of the few.
I don't think that's right.
Atta saying it took 20 years to finish rules and regs dealing with CLTC commercial leases, and there's no telling how long it would take lawmakers to write rules and regs for residential CLTC lands. Governor Special Assistant Vince Leon Guerrero detailed the land management to assist with the CLTC controversy. While Leon Guerrero would not address the specifics of Agat's bill, he did say he was concerned about legislation that takes away power and authority from the CLTC. Even if the intent of Agat's bill was to address the CLTC's abuse of power and authority.
They need a hand up.
Leon Guerrero said that although problems are plaguing the CLTC, legislation should respect that there are mechanisms in place to rectify issues with the CLTC's procedures.
If there's wrongdoing and criminal wrongdoing, we got the AG looking at it.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.